You can pick up Verbatim at Paperless Debate. Here you can find your installation, whether it's Windows or Mac, and this is quite useful. There are also other versions if you have a legacy version of Windows that can't support the newest one. So click on your selected poison and let's begin. Install like any other application. And now there'll be a shortcut on your Windows screen. Click it. Go through the process. Select the boxes applicable to you. And now you're ready to go. Exit out of the tutorial. You don't need that. That's why you have me. And now with Verbatim, we can start. Pick an article that you want to cut and add to your argument, especially in your debate case or in your rebuttals. Here's from the Jacobin magazine, a pro-socialist, almost communist sometimes magazine. They have some good stuff if you wanted to go queer feminist theory or solidarity arguments, like the one I'm going to do. Highlight the text that you want to edit in your argument, or the part of the article that you want to use the author's information from. So immediately paste it on, and select the entire thing, compress it with the compress button, and use the shrink button to put it all in size 8 font. Now, pick the parts of the argument that are actually useful. Be careful not to misrepresent the author's words, but at the same time, try to avoid being increasingly verbose. You can, using the settings that we shown on the PowerPoint, use the underline button and do that for your entire argument so that everything flows one after the other. You should be able to read it, and it should all make coherent sense, just the underlined portion. And I use highlight if you want to cut down your words even more, especially if you have a judge who's not very comparable with speed or simply wants you to restate your argument. The underlined portion makes this a lot easier. Again, make it grammatically correct using brackets, which allows you to, not changing the words, just add a couple of words or do grammar correction in order to make sure that when you're reading it, it flows. But at no point change the author's words. Continue to do how you see fit, and basically make the argument as strong as you can and save on words. Word economy is key. If you're fast, you can read many arguments at this time. For example, this solidarity argument, I want to say that it's important that we have adversity in the political system. So for example, avoid trigger warnings, avoid hate speech codes, because that provides an avenue for all oppressed people to band together against a common threat, and that creates unity and solidarity. That's the argument I'm going to make, and without misrepresenting the author's views, I'm going to condense that argument and help it as either a turn to another person or to add in my case, if that's the route I want to go. By using the highlight only button, we'll be able to cut down on words. Now, use now add your MLA citation one line above your paragraph. Remember, don't underline the author's name and date in this one, But now shrink everything on the MLA citation besides the author's name and the year it was published, and add a block that basically says, in this case, Moreno 2017. In brackets. This is an easy way to cite your evidence. You cite it by the author, and that makes it a lot easier if you're answering questions during cross-ex. And also write a caption on this. It allows you to remember what this argument was. I wrote solidarity because we're trying to prove that solidarity is happening in this quote. And make sure it's the same format and font as the other. Now add your tag, whatever's going to be a nice segue into your argument. Make sure it's blue or any other color so you know that you're differentiating between a claim and the warrant, which is yellow. Your impacts can be any other color. I suggest pink, just for contrast. And now be sure to add upper level organization. If this is part of a rebuttal, then I'll make this and say turn hate speech or something similar. So I have this as an argument against hate speech, or why we need to limit hate speech. And then I'll put it in my pocket rebuttals. Again, your level of organization can vary. This is just a nice way to look at it. It's nice and pretty, easy to read. If you click the hide highlighted text, it becomes easily condensed. And look at this in all its beauty. Perfect. You're ready for the round. Now, just put it in, go to view and put it in web layout. So you get something like this. There you go. Beautiful. Make sure that your tag is in the proper heading. And you're ready for all intents and purposes. Now, there's also navigation on the side, which allows you to see where your arguments are, and it looks nice and organized. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks for watching.